Hi, my name is Carrie, and I needed Dan's help because I had lost complete control of myself and my dogs. I have two kids. I have a boxer who is 10 years old, who I love. He was what I considered my first child. And then we adopted a lab mix from a rescue 2 years ago because our elder boxer had passed away of a very sudden, very traumatic heart condition. And after that first dog passed away, nothing was the same. And we thought that bringing another dog into the home would help balance us out. Little did I know that the complete opposite would happen. We had moved into a house from a condo. I had had two children. I was teaching full time and tutoring after school. I was no longer had I have access to a clear trail to walk my dogs and to exercise with my children. And I just reached a point about a month ago where I realized I had completely lost it and I couldn't live this way anymore. So I reached out to Dan and I decided I needed to fix this because it was going to be either me, my family, or my dogs, and something had to give. After meeting Dan through our son's football practice, I brought my dog one day because I felt so guilty leaving my dog in his crate when Dan was here bringing his fantastic dog to football practices. Let me bring my dog and give him that exercise, that outdoor time that he needs. Dan took us under his wing immediately and showed me things that I had not realized that I was doing incorrectly and seriously incorrectly. And I thought that I was still the dog trainer that I had been 10, 15 years ago, or, where I knew the basic commands, I knew how to do the positive reinforcement, I knew how to make corrections. And Dan pointed out to me that I was not doing any of the things that I had been previously taught to do. I had, in fact, completely lost it with my dogs. And our first training session, he came to my house and he worked with me and worked with my husband in front of my children. And he showed us how to work with our dogs. And he showed us how to bring them together so that the two dogs did not have skirmishes. And I say our life has been completely different. I can now have the two dogs in the same room again. I do not feed them together. I feed them based on rewards now, so they do not get bowls of food. So they both wait independently for me to reward them. There's still a lot of work that needs to go into both dogs, being that one is 10 and is a little bit more stubborn to work with, and the other one is 2 and he's very receptive. But the compliments that we've been getting just from publicly working with the dogs and the difference I see between my animal and other dog owners is phenomenal. It gives me an immense feeling of pride to know that for the last month I have been working with my dogs. I've had my kids working with my dogs. I've had my husband working with my dogs, and that they are not the same animals and we are not the same dog owners. And everything is slowly starting to come back together. We feel much more confident taking our dogs out for walks. We haven't put my boxer on group walks yet because I'm not ready. I'm still building confidence with my 2-year-old lab. And, we're getting there. But I do know that I am still a work in progress. And the improvements I've seen in my animals is absolute proof of that. And if it wasn't for Dan coming out and accepting my pleas for help and taking us in and showing us how we can be better pet owners, better dog owners, I probably would have re-released the younger dog to the rescue, and my 10-year-old boxer would probably still be going ballistic every time somebody came and left the house. But that's pretty much it.